Some places on Earth feel like they were plucked straight from the pages of a fairy tale. Where sunlight filters through ancient trees, mist curls between mossy trunks, and every step feels like it could lead to another world. These are forests that don't just exist, they enchant. Whether you're chasing whimsy, serenity, or just a breath of truly fresh air, these are magical forests you can actually visit, and once you do, you may never want to leave. Let's begin our journey in Yakushima, Japan, a mystical island draped in emerald green. Covered in ancient cedar trees, some over 7,000 years old, Yakushima's forests are so lush and atmospheric they inspired the Studio Ghibli film Princess Mononoke. Trails wind through misty groves and twisted roots, past waterfalls and crystal-clear rivers. The moss-covered trunks, softly glowing light, and constant rain give Yakushima an ethereal energy. It's like walking inside a dream. Next stop, Black Forest, Germany. This legendary woodland isn't just a setting for Grimm's fairy tales, it is the fairy tale. With its dense pines, half-timbered villages, and foggy mornings, the Black Forest feels like it's held onto magic for centuries. Visit Triberg for cascading waterfalls, hike through Tottenau's wildflower trails, or ride the scenic Schwarzwald Hochstrasse for panoramic views. Whether in summer's green or winter's white, the Black Forest wraps you in storybook charm. Now we venture to Hoh Rainforest in Washington State, USA. Tucked inside Olympic National Park, this temperate rainforest is one of the quietest places in North America. Towering trees are blanketed in thick green moss, and ferns unfurl like ancient scrolls across the forest floor. Here, time seems to move slower. It's the kind of place where you half expect to see a forest spirit peek around a tree. Across the Pacific, we find the glowing heart of New Zealand's wild beauty, Fiordland National Park. Yes, it's known for its dramatic fjords, but step into its untouched forests, and you'll find an entirely different kind of magic. Moss drips from every branch, and waterfalls spill endlessly from cliff faces. The Milford Track, one of the world's great hikes, cuts through this living cathedral of green. If elves exist, this is where they vacation. From misty trails to tropical wonder, we head to Monteverde Cloud Forest in Costa Rica. Suspended in a perpetual state of mist, this elevated rainforest feels like nature's version of heaven. Walk across hanging bridges that stretch above the treetops, spot iridescent hummingbirds, and listen to the calls of howler monkeys echo through the canopy. Cloud forests are rare, and Monteverde is one of the most magical on Earth, where the sky meets the forest, and reality blurs just a little. Now, let's wander into Crooked Forest in Poland. This one's a mystery. Near the village of No Zarnowo, a grove of pine trees all bend sharply at their bases, curling like question marks before growing tall. No one knows exactly why. Some say it's a natural anomaly, others believe it's human influence, but walking among these strangely twisted trunks feels like stepping into a forest under a spell. Onward to Avenue of the Baobabs in Madagascar. While not a traditional forest, this avenue of towering baobab trees is pure otherworldly wonder. Some of these ancient trees are over 800 years old, with swollen trunks and gnarled branches that look like they were drawn by Dr. Seuss. At sunrise and sunset, the dusty road glows golden and the silhouettes of the baobabs create a scene so surreal, you'll feel like you're walking through a dream. Time to visit the Redwood National and State Parks in California, home to the tallest trees on Earth. These coastal redwoods stretch hundreds of feet into the sky, so high that light dances down in golden shafts. The air here is cool and damp, filled with the scent of earth and pine. Walking beneath these giants gives a profound sense of scale, not just of size, but of time. Some of these trees have stood for over 2,000 years. If that's not magical, what is? We cross the globe to Slovenia's Triglav National Park, where the Pokljica Plateau hides a serene, enchanted spruce forest. Here, wooden shepherd huts dot the landscape, and soft trails lead through dense trees to crystal-clear lakes and hidden alpine meadows. It's like stumbling into a lost village from a folklore tale, quiet, untouched, and deeply peaceful. In Białowieża Forest, straddling the border of Poland and Belarus, lies Europe's last true primeval forest. This UNESCO World Heritage Site is home to ancient oaks, thick undergrowth, and the rare European bison. The forest feels untouched by time, where nature still writes the rules. Walking here is more than a hike, it's an encounter with the wild, the ancient, and the deeply mystical. Finally, let's take one last enchanted step into Sussex National Park, Scotland. Known as the Highlands in miniature, this lush region of lochs, glens, and forested hills feels as timeless as the folklore it's steeped in. Walk the trails through Queen Elizabeth Forest Park, and you'll pass mossy stones, hidden waterfalls, and ancient woods that seem to whisper stories from long ago. These forests may be scattered across continents, but they all share one thing: a kind of quiet magic that can only be found when you're standing still beneath the trees. They remind us that wonder is real, nature is powerful, and sometimes the best way to feel alive is to get lost in the woods. If this video gave you that spark of wanderlust, or just made you want to curl up with a fairy tale in the woods, hit that like button to show some love for these magical places. Evergreen tree sparkles, have you ever visited a forest that felt like it was alive with magic? Tell us about it in the comments, we're always looking for hidden gems. And if you want more videos full of dreamy destinations, natural wonders, and bucket list adventures, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell so you never miss a moment of the journey. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay